Hello and welcome back to The Top Shelf, my Criterion review series. My name is Ernest Whiteman III. I'm a Northern Ramapo filmmaker, artist, writer, and media educator, and we're taking a look at my top shelf of my media collection, which includes the Criterion collection. And on today's top shelf, I've been forgetting the whole purpose or the whole segments or procedure of the show. I have a pre-selected Blu-ray from the Criterion collection. I'll give you a synopsis of the film, a reason why I purchased the disc, and then give you any sort of bonus features and material that they include. Because I don't think a lot of Blu-ray reviewers do that. They just list them off, or they give their impressions of the film. They just do movie reviews rather than Blu-ray reviews. I think in a few months' time, after I've watched all the ones that I haven't watched yet, I might do some commentary on technical aspects. I really want to do something on early summer and the structure of story in Ozu's early summer. That's something I kind of want to do as part of this series, so it might be an offshoot of the top shelf, filmmaking. And then that way we can talk about other films that I like that are outside the Criterion collection. Wow, I just thought that up right now. So you are here at the onus of if it becomes another filmic series that I'm doing. But let's get back to the episode at hand. And on the top shelf today is Orson Welles' The Trial. Orson Welles is one of my favorite directors. I feel a kindred spirit with him because he has all these multiple projects going on at once, and all of them are either stalled or require funding or just, push back from the communities that you're trying to get assistance from. So I'm not a tortured genius like he is. I'm actually kind of like a doofus, a dad. But I am a filmmaker and a Northern Ramapo, and I try to express ideas of representation in my films. And of course, Orson Welles has been a big driving force in that, because my favorite film on filmmaking is F for Fake, my favorite Orson Welles film of all time as well. But here we have The Trial. It's based on Kafka's novel of the same name, and it's basically about persecution complex, this idea that you feel oppressed by this feeling of being persecuted at all avenues. And stars Anthony Perkins in the starring role as the, I forget the character's name. I'm going to pull out the glasses earlier so I can read the back. Because I saw this a couple of times when they were celebrating Orson Welles' 100th birthday. And I think the Gene Siskel Center was doing that. But then it was the Music Box that was screening the 100 years of Orson Welles, and the Music Box just happened to have The Trial at the same time. And I went to see it at both places because I was so enamored with the look and the feel of this film. Joseph K., that's who Anthony Perkins plays. Of course, Perkins well known for Psycho and Norman Bates. So the cinematography is very, low key. There's a lot of play with angles and lights, as Orson Welles is wont to do, especially because he had such a low budget. He used every filmic trick in the book to sort of make his movies interesting. And that's what's really interesting about this, is that it's an adaptation of Kafka, and it does sort of make about as much sense as a Kafka novel does. So I would consider that a very successful adaptation. And it can be a little creepy at times, and I don't just mean the performance of Anthony Perkins, but there's moments in there that I just go, ooh, that's kind of creepy. And plus, it has one of the greatest scenes of corporate higgly-piggly that I've ever seen in films, with the typewriter room, and just the sound design on that is fantastic, and as you can see, has influenced so many other films since then. As it's been emulated, countless times that I remember. And I remember the first time, and the earliest film I've seen it in was this. And so Orson Welles, and the reason I bought it is because I am so enamored of the film, and I am a big fan of Orson Welles, and I got it 50% off. But since I already have the glasses out, let's take a look at the details of this. This Blu-ray edition, the film, The Trial, is from 1962. It's 118 minutes. It's black and white with monaural sound, 1661 aspect ratio. So I believe you will have thin bars on the sides. This special edition features a new 4K digital restoration compressed for 2K Blu-ray, but the audio is uncompressed. The monaural soundtrack is uncompressed. A new audio commentary featuring film historian Joseph McBride, filming the trial, a 1981 documentary about the film's production, archival interviews with director Orson Welles, actor Jean Moreau, and director of photography Edmund Richard, who I think should get as much credit as Orson Welles. Orson Welles had this really great habit of working with just these freaking fantastic directors of cinematography. Greg Toland, Gary Gravers, who worked with him for most of it, for most of his later career, just were able to bring this singular look to Orson Welles films. And I think his directors of photography should also get, mentions alongside him. It includes a trailer, English subtitles for the deaf of hearing, plus, of course, the requisite essay, this time by Jonathan Latham. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go out and at least see it. I think it is on a Criterion channel. If not, check it out from your public library. If you can, if there's retrospective or anything, go see it on the big screen just to see the infinite detail that these new 4K restorations have brought to Orson Welles films. Should not be understated, and I encourage everybody to go see it. Spine number 1191. And that's it for the top shelf. I'll make more episodes as I get more discs, but the offshoot of filming technique, I think, or a review of the filming technique, because I would like to go into the color of color representations of something like Unbreakable or The Red Shoes, or talk about story structure in an Ozu film or in any film. Talk about, character introductions and things that are foreshadowed and things like that. I think that would be pretty cool, although it'd be time consuming to make the videos longer. Plus, I would probably have to use stills and clips, which are copyrighted material. But for educational and entertainment purposes, maybe I'll try it. But give a comment if you're interested in that. Because it'll just be another project to add to the pile in Wellesian fashion. So with that, I want to thank you for hanging in there this long. We're at episode 90. 10 more until we reach the 100th episode. I wonder what I should do for the 100th episode. If you have suggestions, or maybe I'll give you a top 10 of my favorite Criterions. Talk about scenes in each one. I think that'll be cool. Let me know. I look forward, and I do read the comments that come on these. And I appreciate the comments that are on these. It means that people share my passion for these things. So I will thank you once again, and I will see you next time.